Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG review. I am Game Master Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today I'm going to be taking my very first look at the Quickstart rules for Conan the Hyborian Age, which is now being put out by Monolith. This is a upcoming tabletop role-playing game. I had ventured a guess, quite a few months ago. Once I learned that Modifius was losing the licensing for Conan tabletop role playing game, and that I assumed it would eventually go to someone underneath the big umbrella of Heroic Signatures, which owns much of the Conan the Barbarian franchise, and its various IP forms that it comes out in. So whether it be now tabletop role playing games, the comic books, the board games, which Monolith is also a part of as well, obviously. So when I saw this come across my feed on Facebook today, excuse me, I am obviously excited. I was wondering what was going to happen with Conan the Barbarian in tabletop role playing games. And, I was kind of hoping that the rules mechanics of, of Modifius's 2D20 system would follow over. However, it looks like they do have a different rule system, and I am going to just do an introduction for today's video, and then I will start breaking down the quick start rules over the next couple of days. So again, I'm very, very excited about this. I am a sucker for Conan the Barbarian, and anything that really comes out for it as far as the Kickstarters are concerned. I'm going to end up backing it. So, like I said, I'm a real sucker for it. As you can see behind me, I am a huge Conan the Barbarian, a Robert E. Howard fan in general. And my collection is both in books and, books, comic books, video games, and so on and so forth, is just so extensive that, there was no way I could avoid this. So, without further ado, let's take a look at, their webpage. So here you have Monolith's webpage. You can sign up for you can sign up to get updates and the newsletter, which I certainly did on both of my email accounts as well. And you can download the Quick Start rules right here as well. So let me enlarge this so I can, that thing clicks off so fast that, and let's put it in English. That'll help you as well. So let's take a look at the rules, or at least some of the rule systems that they're talking about, and I will try to keep on making this even larger for you to be able to see as well. And let's double check. Yeah, you should be able to see this. So the Quick Start booklet contains everything a game master and up to 5 players need to explore adventures in Conan's world, providing a light overview to the setting, all the required core rules, 5 pre-generated characters, and a ready-to-play tale, The Seal of Acheron. A Game Master-friendly approach, requiring minimal preparation for each adventure, accessible and streamlined rules with an intuitive dice system, visceral, fast, and empowering combat mechanics that promote the feeling of forward momentum, a gritty, brutal setting where only the mighty can thrive. All right, so there you have the very brief bulletized explanation of what the game provides. This is coming to Kickstarter in Q4 2024. So sometime between that would be September through December. So certainly looking to back this, like I said, and I'm going to be a real sucker for it. So here we go with the quick start rules, and let's make sure we're looking at it. And like I said, I'm just doing an introduction today. So I'm not going to go into any real detail as far as the game mechanics are concerned. That will be my my weekend videos. So I did take a quick note of who wrote this. So Matthew John, I'm not familiar with. Jason Dural worked on the original Conan 2D20 system with Modiphius. He was possibly even the lead designer of it. I have to double check and look, but he, along with another writer, was there as well. So Matthew John, like I said, I'm not really that familiar with. So we'll certainly look to see what else he's worked on, and I'll save that for when I start going through the book itself, or the booklet itself. And you can see it's a 52-page, so it's probably roughly 50 or 48 or so actual rules pages. Also want to mention Chris Shepperson, who is the third writer on the line here. And then we have rules development by Matthew John, additional rules development by Chris Shepard. Jason Dural is the canon editing, so he was really like one of the key people to make sure that Modiphius' Conan 2D20 stayed true to Robert E. Howard's writings. So I would expect that this is going to be something very similar here as well, which is great. So so there you have it, and here is her heroic signatures and Monolith. So two of the primary holders of the properties. So the Conan Properties International LLC. As you can see here, Conan the Cimmerian, and Hyborian are related logos, characters, names, and distinctive likenesses are all trademarks of CPI. Welcome to an age undreamed of. So they're taking quite a bit from Modiphius, just so you can see. So it's not a complete overhaul. Certainly thematically, it looks very much like the layout that was in the Modiphius version of this. And like I said, I'm not going to go through any of the rules or the dice mechanics or anything, other than just to say that it is not the 2D20 system. It is a different system, which I haven't even started jumping into. So once I've done a little bit of a read through of it, then I will come back with the first video breaking down how the system works, and then I will talk a little bit about how it is different from the Conan 2D20. You can see the artwork is actually very good, and let's take a look at who the artists are. Cover art is by Froylan Gardner. If I mispronounce it, I apologize. Adrian Smith, G. Glanco, Gilliam H. Pogliopi. Again, some of these names are hard. Michael Cross. I recognize that name as well. Martin Sober and Pascal Quidalt. I recognize that name as well. Cartography. Well, Glenn Seal is the person who I follow, and I've had many discussions with Glenn. on Facebook, and so this is how I discovered the upcoming Kickstarter was from following Glenn on Facebook as well. So shout out to Glenn as well, and good to see good to see that he did the cartography. So I will focus on the cartography as I go through this as well. And like I said, I'm going to focus my time. I wish I knew about this. I would have loved to have been a play tester on it. That would have been awesome. But as I predicted earlier on, several months ago, that eventually Conan will be back in a tabletop role playing game, and I'm glad to see that it's finally coming to fruition. So really excited about this. Looking forward to it. I'm going to keep this one nice and short because it is just an introduction. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hit that alert button so that you'll see when the next series of videos comes up, breaking down the Quickstart rules for this, and then when eventually when the Kickstarter kicks off, I will certainly spend time covering that Kickstarter, promoting it, because I'm certainly going to be a backer, and maybe I'll invite Glenn onto the channel. I'm sure that should be a pretty easy thing to get him on here, and hopefully I can bring some of the other content creators for this, the principal writers and such, onto the channel as well, and we can talk about this, and we can talk about the the transition from Modiphius's 2D20 system to now the Conan the Hyborian Age RPG dice mechanic system as well. So thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video. Almost Friday, so enjoy your weekend if I don't do a video by tomorrow night. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen sometime soon, or at a convention table, hopefully even sooner. I know my next convention is a virtual tabletop convention, and then in September I will be at ShireCon, actually running a Conan adventure there, although it'll probably be will be either Shadow Dark, or I'll still be running Conan 2D20. Maybe I'll see if I can convert this to that adventure as well, and then have something that will have some legs to it that can last for many, many months and years to come. So as always, thanks for joining. Have a great evening.